As leaders, we are so inundated with so much tactical, transactional, strategic decisions that there are times we forget there's another human being that we depend on as a team member, that we need to increase the level of priority. If we don't, then at some point in time, we are going to suffer. And I want to talk to all the leaders that are out there that are listening to this, whether you are a seasoned leader or just became a leader. It is natural for us to take on the burden of things, to answer and solve problems, because it's a more efficient, more productive way of doing things. However, if you continue to do that and you don't allow others to engage and figure out for themselves, you're going to take on more than you should. And therefore, you're not going to be able to do the things that you were hired to do. You've also trained your teams to take on and give you all the problems to solve. Are you really giving them the knowledge and wisdom for them to thrive and succeed? But taking a step further, if you take a moment to sit with each one of your team members and determine, as Simon Sinek says, what is their why, not their 5-year why, the next 30-day why. How are they doing? Are they struggling somewhere? Is whatever they're having to accomplish for their job in alignment to what is important to them, whether it's time off or more money or a vacation, whatever it may be? If you determine what that why is, you're going to be able to align what they do to something that's personal. And it's going to be a lot easier to coach and manage to that why. So first thing is sit down and have a one-on-one conversation with each one of your team members. Do a health check, a mental check, a life check, a quality of life check to see how are they doing. And by the way, what are you thriving to accomplish this month, this quarter, for yourself, for your family? Let's set up a short-term goal that we can align your activities, your actions towards accomplishing that. Number 2, it is high time that leaders include behavioral KPIs, not just financial, to help your top performers or individuals to know what is that journey, what do I need to do, what does it look like as I'm transitioning and working towards this particular activity. Whether it's how they communicate, whether it's research, whether it's asking questions. It doesn't have to be a big deal. What are small things that you realize that you see that someone could be struggling? So if you have a sales rep that is really good on the phone, but struggling on face-to-face, well, what are some of the high gain activities or some coaching tips you can provide them that they need to practice that you can create as a behavioral KPI? Could that be role playing, or how many people they met, or how much time they spent with a top performer or a mentor and learning and applying? Think about behaviorally, what can we do to improve that skill? How do we upskill that individual's ability to do their job? And the reward is connected to their why. Not everyone requires financial reward to be incentivized to do better. And third, constant communication. Understanding, asking questions, not solving the problems, is going to give you a higher performance team. This is what makes it personal and allows you to successfully do your business. Now, it is a transition. And for some of you that are listening to this today and watching me today are going to struggle with being patient, asking questions, not trying to solve. And I understand how frustrating that is when you have all the pressure you have to do. But ask yourself this question. Of all the fires you're putting out, how many of those should be put out by someone else? And is the reason why they're not putting them out because they don't know how to, they don't want to, or you've been doing it for them for too long?